my dear students of educational program. Welcome back in the second term. We are going to start our curriculum for the second term. But before starting our curriculum for the second term, I'm going to congratulate all my dear students on their success. Congratulations, my dear students, and follow the educational programs for a lot of success and more and more. So let's start and discussing the objectives of Unit 7. The title of our unit for today is The World or Our World. So let's see the objectives of our unit for today. So we are going to start in part 1, lesson 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So we have here the objectives. In this unit, we are going to read a fact file about natural wonders of Egypt. Okay, so we are going to talk about animals, animal habitats, and the natural wonders. Okay, what about grammar? We are going to discuss present simple and the past simple, active and passive forms. So let's start with the new vocabulary. So the new vocabulary, first of all, we are going to have the word habitat. So what's a habitat? Habitat means mountain. Yeah. The natural home for an animal or a plant is habitat. Yeah. So we have here kinds of habitats. We have grassland habitat, الأراضي العشبية, المراعي. A large natural area of land which is mostly grass is grassland habitat. Another kind of habitats, we have wetland. So from its name, wetland, it's a land that is wet. اللي هي المستنقعات, my dear students. Okay, so an area of land that is often flooded by water. No rain on it, but it flooded by water. Yes. We have coastal habitat, البيئة الساحلية, describing or belonging to land that is next to the sea. From its name comes from the word coast, الساحل. Yeah. We have here rainforest habitat. Rainforests, الغابات الاستوائية أو الغابات المطيرة. The habitats that have a lot of trees, they are usually very hot and have a lot of rain. So it's very hot and rains a lot, as you see in the photo. Yes. We have here another kind of habitat. We have polar habitat. Polar habitat. البيئة القطبية. Polar habitat. Yes. Relating to the North Pole or the South Pole is polar habitat. We have also here the word oasis. As you see, it's in the middle of the desert, as you see, and we have trees and water. The plural of the word oasis is oases. Oases. Yes, a place with water and trees in a desert, like Kharga oasis or Siwa oasis. Yeah. We have here the word wonders. Wonders معناها عجائب. Okay, so like the Great Pyramid, as we said, the Great Pyramid is one of Egypt's wonders. Yes, it's a tourist attraction. It's wonders. We have here the word deforestation. Deforestation, which means the cutting down of trees. It's a bad behavior of human beings that cause climate change and cause pollution and a lot of problems that face our planet. Deforestation, the cutting down of trees in a large area, or the destruction of forests by people. It's a bad behavior of people. Yeah. We have here the word depression. And take care for the word depression. The word depression can be منخفض. Okay, it's one of its meanings, and it can be إحباط. Okay, the adjective from depression is depressed and depressing. Okay, so take care, please. Yeah. We have the definition of it, the land that below the area around it. It's a depression like الفيوم depression. We have here the word species. Species معناها أولاد فصائل. Okay, فصائل like as we see in the photo. We have here a donkey, a zebra, a horse, all these the same species. A group of animals or plants that belong to the same family. They are the same family, yes. We have here another animal. We have orangutan. Orangutan, إنسان الغاب, as we see. It's a rainforest animal, okay? It has red hair. It has long, strong arms in order to jump and move between long trees in rainforests. A large animal with long red hair and long arms, which lives in the trees of Indonesia. Yeah. We have here a caracal. A caracal is a wild cat, as we see. It has long ears, long legs, okay? So a caracal is a wild cat with long legs and big ears that lives in Africa and Asia. And we are going now to see a video about caracals. So let's see the videos and discuss it after watching it. Let's see.
This cat's also known as the desert lynx or the Persian lynx. It's a medium-sized wild cat that's native to Africa and Asia. It's also kept as a pet in some parts of the world due to its beautiful coat, striking appearance. They can have bright blue eyes and they are beautiful. With their big ears that stick up in the air, you can definitely tell this cat when you see it. However, owning a caracal cat comes with its fair share of risks and challenges. Caracals are incredibly athletic and agile cats that are known for their incredible jumping ability. They're capable of leaping up to 12 feet in the air from a standing position, which is higher than almost any domesticated cat. This has allowed them to evolve to be excellent hunters, but it also means they can easily escape from enclosures or jump over a fence, which can be a danger to other animals or humans nearby. So basically, they're hard to control. So even if you get this cat and you think you want to have it inside, they can easily escape, jumping, moving, and manipulating anything to get out of enclosures. Secondly, caracals have sharp claws and teeth, which they use to kill and catch prey. They are skilled hunters that can take down animals larger than themselves, such as gazelles, rabbits, and even small antelopes. So if you have other animals in your house, small children, this just won't go well. This means they have a strong predatory instinct and drive that can be difficult to control, especially if they're kept in a domesticated setting. You combine their high prey drive with their athletic ability, and it's a bad combination to have inside your home. Thirdly, caracals are known to be fiercely independent and territorial animals that require a lot of space and freedom to roam. This is not a cuddly cat that wants to be around you all the time. Instead, they have an independent streak and they want to do their own thing. They're not like domesticated cats that can be kept indoors or in a small enclosure for extended periods. Instead, they need access to large outdoor spaces where they can hunt and explore and have an outlet for their strong predatory instincts, which can be a challenge for most pet owners. And if you live somewhere where there's other people around, you're constantly wondering what they're doing and wondering if they're hunting your neighbor's pets. So in conclusion, while caracals may look beautiful and fascinating, they're not suitable for everyone as pets. They require a lot of care, attention, and specialized knowledge to keep them safe and others around you safe and healthy.
Now, my dear student, we have just seen the video that related to caracals. We saw that wild cat, it has sharp teeth, it has sharp claws at the same time. It lives in grassland habitats, okay, in order to hide between the long grass, in order to hunt its prey, okay? So it eats small animals like rabbits, like turtles, and so on, and mongoose, okay? So it's one of the animals that live in grassland habitats. Let's continue our vocabulary. We have here the word polar bear. Polar bear, الدب القطبي, a large white bear which lives on the ice in Arctic. So polar bear. We have here the word fossil. Fossil معناها حفرية. Fossil, preserved animal or plant. Fossil. We have here the word carriage. Carriage, عربة يجرها خيول. In the past, there were no cars, no trains, no planes. So people used the carriages and horses in order to travel around the countries and cities. Yeah. So a vehicle with wheels that is pulled by horses is called a carriage. Yeah. So what about the place where horses sleep? It's a stable. Stable. A place where horses live. Yeah. So we have here some tourist attractions like Pantheon. It's a temple in Rome. Pantheon, it's a very famous temple. They use it in order to pray. Pantheon, it's a tourist attraction, okay? It's in Rome. We have here Taj Mahal in India. Taj Mahal in India, it has a very nice story, Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal was built by the Emperor Shah Jahan in order to remember his lovely wife, Mumtaz Mahal, okay? It's a tourist attraction. It's one of the wonders all over the world, yeah. So we have here also, we have the Fayoum Depression, منخفض الفيوم, okay? So we have the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China, Sur الصين العظيم, they built it to protect their city, okay? It was built, to your surprise, built with rice. It was built with rice, yeah. We have here وادي الحيتان. وادي الحيتان in الفيوم, okay? There are a lot of fossils, a lot of skeletons of whales, okay? And some scientists said that whales, the same species of camels and the giraffes, and in the past, or all the whales have legs, which means they lived on the land before turning to live in oceans, okay? So وادي الحيتان, yeah. We have here natural wonders of Egypt. We are going to talk about العجائب الطبيعية في مصر. Yeah. So we have, first of all, White Desert National Park. محمية الصحراء البيضاء. On the western side of the river, it contains 5 oases. طبعا, it's a very attractive place, as we see in the photo. It's what we call White Desert National Park, as you see. Yeah. So we have another place. We have in Isaac Lake. It is called the Isaac Lake by the local people. They saw that a shooting star fell to the ground and caused the Isaac Lake. Okay, it's a 3-hour drive from Hurghada. 3 ساعات قيادة من Hurghada الغردقة. Yes, as you see in the photo, it's a very nice place that attracts tourists. Another place that we are going to see, جبل علبة. Between the Red Sea coast and the mountains, جبل علبة, yeah. Takes its name from the mountain in the middle of it. The mountain in the middle of it is called the جبل علبة. It's a grassland habitat, yeah. As you see, there are a lot of animals that live in it because it's far away, so it is preserved and have a lot of animals to live in such a habitat. It's one of the tourist attractions, yeah. So now we turn it to have prefixes and suffixes. And I remind you, prefixes البادئة, suffixes اللاحقة. So let's see. We have here the word, suffix, prefixes, and the new word. We have interest. Then we add ing to change it into interesting and interested adjective. Yes, we have coast, nation, nature, and we add the suffix al in order to change it into an adjective. So coastal, national, and natural. Yes, we have understand, and treat. We will get the opposite of it by adding the prefix miss, which means not, okay? So misunderstand and mistreat, you see, معاملة. Yes, we have lucky, common, adjectives, and we will get the antonym or the opposite of them by adding un, the prefix un, un. Yes, so unlucky, uncommon. Yeah. We have here the synonyms and the antonyms of this part of our unit. So synonyms, the same meaning of the word, and the antonym is the opposite of the word. Take care and study them well. Yes. So we have here modern, hadith, new, the opposite of it, old or non-modern. We have also difficult, صعب, hard, the synonym or the antonym easy. Yes. We have unkind, قاسي, cruel, okay, kind. We have protect, يحمي, save, the opposite of it, destroy or damage or spoil. Yeah. Another part, we have large, big and giant, okay. We have little, small. We have lucky, محظوظ. I hope all of you lucky students. Happy, the opposite of it, unlucky. Wet, rainy, the opposite of it dry, and we have natural طبيعي, yes, normal, the opposite of it man-made, and artificial. Artificial يعني صناعي, yes. So now we reach to the part that related to the questions in order to examine our understanding to this part of the vocabulary. So let's recap it. Yeah. So we have here the first question. An space is a place with water and trees in a desert, island, ocean, oasis, or bank. Of course, oasis, I hear you, my dear students. Yeah. So the natural home of a plant or an animal is called a. Take care here, my dear students. We have the word habit and habitat. Yes, the new word is habitat, mountain. Yes. Okay, so we have another question relating to the North Pole or the South Pole means, of course, polar, not rural, not solar, not dollar. Yes. We have here space means existing in nature and not made by people. Not made by people معناها انها natural مش من صنع الانسان لان man made معناها انها من صنع الانسان. Yeah. It isn't a space to reach. We go there with great difficulty. It isn't. Take care for not. It isn't easy. Because if I omit not from the sentence, it is hard. It is difficult. Okay? But here I put not. So it isn't easy. Take care for not, please. Yeah. We should protect our environment. The word protect can be replaced by. Protect replaced by, of course, save. Protect, save. Yeah. So we have here the antonym of the word lucky is, of course, B and C. So luckless and unlucky are the correct answer. So it's B and C. Yes. We have another question. A place where a farmer keeps his horses is called a, of course, a stable. It's not a carriage. Stable. The opposite of the word cruel is cruel معناها قاسي. The opposite of it kind. عطوف. Yeah. We add the prefix to the verb treat to give the opposite. Treat, the opposite of it mistreat. Mistreat, you see, معاملة. Yeah. Now we turn it to have the grammar section for today. The grammar section for today, it's about present simple. Present simple. But first of all, I'd like to make a quick recap on the active form because the focus here on the passive. So let's discuss this grammar point. We have here the form. We have I, you, we, they plural with the infinitive verb. We have he, she, it in singular with verb ends in s, es, ies. Okay? And what about the negative form? We have don't and doesn't followed by infinitive. What about yes or no question? We put do or does, then we put subject, then infinitive. So let's see. We have here the form, I, you, we, they plural followed by infinitive verb. Yes. What about in negative? Don't plus infinitive. Yes. We have he, she, it singular. In affirmative form, we put the verb ends in s, es, ies. What about the negative form? We put doesn't plus infinitive as we see. Yeah. So let's have some examples in order to reinforce our idea. Yes, he has lunch at 3 o'clock. The tense of the sentence is in present simple. Yes, so can you change it into negative? Yes, excellent students. He doesn't have lunch at 3 o'clock. Of course, we have here verb subject agreement. So we should put doesn't in order to change the sentence into negative. Yes. What about adverbs of frequency? Adverbs of frequency tells me how many times an action repeated. They answer that question starting with how often. Okay. So adverbs of frequency مرات تكرار حدوث الفعل. Always, sometimes, usually, never, often, every day, every week, every month, every year, occasionally, and so on. Yeah. So let's see the question in active form. We put do or does, then subject, then infinitive. Do they have a villa? Of course, الأنسر ممكن تكون yes they do or no they don't. What about the passive form? The passive form, the focus here will be on the object, not the subject. So we start in passive, we start the sentence using the object. Then we put the suitable form of verb to be. In present, it will be am or is or are. Then the main verb in the sentence will change it into PP. So what's PP? The third form of the verb التصريف الثالث من الفعل. It can be regular verb and it can be irregular verb. So let's see. Yeah. The dishes are washed by the servant. Here I'm starting with the dishes. The dishes is the object. Then we put the suitable form of verb to be, are. Then we change the main verb into PP, are washed. We can say by the servant and we can omit it according to the importance of the doer. So by followed by the doer of the active sentence. And according to its importance, we can put it or we can omit it. Yes. The room isn't cleaned by me. The room isn't cleaned by me. It's a negative form. Please, my dear student, can you change this passive sentence into an active form? Yes? I hear you. Yes. I don't clean the room. I don't clean the room is the active form of this sentence. What are these areas called? What are these areas called? We have here WH question. We put the question word in suitable form of verb to be followed by the object, then PP. Yes. What is lunch? Who is lunch cooked by? Take care for who? Who as a question word in a passive form should be ended by the preposition by. Okay? Who is lunch cooked by? Yes. Now we reach to the question time in order to examine our understanding to this grammar point. So let's have some easy questions in order to take care. Please, in order to understand the grammar, please try to answer a lot of questions. So let's start. Yeah, we have here correct sentence. Fewer magazines are sold today by news agents because of the internet. So we have fewer magazine. It starts with, yes, I hear you, object. So it's a passive. So we put verb to be followed by PP. So sell, sold, sold. Okay, it's an irregular verb. Yeah. We have a squash, doesn't play by many students. Squash isn't played because squash مش بيلعب, my dear students. Okay, so بيتلعب. Okay, يبقى isn't played, لا يلعب by many students. Yes. Another question, many houses built in coastal areas. So many houses, of course, I hear you, are built in coastal areas. Yes. Another question, people are cut down a lot of our rainforests every year. People here is the doer of the action. So it's an active sentence, my dear students. So people cut down a lot of our rainforests every year. Take care here. It's an active sentence. So first of all, before correcting the verb, you should take care. It's active or passive form. It starts with the doer of the action, or it's a passive form. It starts with the object. The focus on the subject or on the object. Yeah. So let's continue. The خارجة oasis surrounded by desert far from the river Nile. Yes, of course, it's surrounded. It's a passive form, is surrounded. Yeah. We have another one. Our windows clean once a month. Our windows are cleaned once a month. Yeah. Now, my dear students, we reach to the end of our session for today. I'd like to refresh your memory to make a quick recap on what I said in this session. We discussed a lot of habitats around the world. We discussed rainforest habitats, and the orangutan is an animal, an example of an animal that lives in such a habitat. We have also coastal habitats that near the sea, okay? And we have turtles. Turtles is an example of animals that live in coastal habitats. We have also polar habitats. We have a lot of animals that live in polar habitats, just like polar bear, الدب القطبي, polar bear. We have also desert. Can you guess some animals that live in the desert? We can say camels. Camels, the model or perfect animal that live in the desert. They live in very cruel circumstances. Okay, what else? We have also rainforest. We have grassland, grassland habitats. What's grassland habitats? الأراضي العشبية أو المراعي. What about the animals that live there? We talked about the curricle. So in your exam paper, they can give you a question like that. Write a review about a rainforest animal or a grassland animal. So if you have a grassland animal, for example, you can talk about caracals. It's a kind of cat. It has very sharp teeth, very sharp claws. It hunts small animals. It hides in the long grass. Okay, it's a rare species. Okay, yeah. So it can eat a lot of small animals like rabbits, like turtles, like mongoose. Okay, so we have different kinds of small animals that caracals can eat or hunt. Also, we have here very important grammar unit. We discussed present simple in active and passive form. But first of all, before answering any question, you should take care if the sentence in front of you, active or passive, starts with the doer of the action or starts by the object, the focus here on the subject or on the object. Before answering any question, please take care, revise our grammar points very well. Read the vocabulary that we discussed through the whole unit. So please try to write more and more in order to be perfect in such unit. Thank you for watching our session for today. I'm happy to be with you. With me, inshallah, in the next session to complete unit 7. Thank you and goodbye.